Hey guys, I hope you're well and welcome to this quick update on the markets. Today is the UK election tonight and around 10 p.m. Voting is going to end and about depending exactly when the exit poll comes, but it should be coming out shortly after that. It can take of course up to 1 hour or so for getting that exit poll, and then they need to do a lot of the counting, and the count is probably going to take quite a long time as well. So we won't probably have like a real indication of what's going to happen, and we're obviously going to have indications earlier, but we're not going to have like anything with certainty until people saying about 4 a.m. in the morning. So it's going to be hopefully of course, as a trader you want to see a bit of volatility, but you need to be careful as well about putting your positions on just because of the risks. Now we're not doing this live. I'm actually on the road and I'm not in London right now. I'm in Dubai, and I'm going to be in Dubai for another week or more or less. So that's why we're not doing this live, but obviously I want to give you guys an update here on the YouTube channel. Okay, so let's take a look at the markets, and we're gonna just focus on the key markets, and we're gonna take a look at the German DAX. Now the German DAX hasn't really moved so much higher, like for example the S&P 500, and the reason for that is because of its link to the UK and the Brexit vote. Now the US stock markets, as you know, they moved up higher, which makes a lot of sense. Let me show you the S&P 500. You can see it moved up quite a bit, which makes perfect sense because you had the known from payrolls numbers, right? And you don't want to be selling into the S&P 500 on very good known from payrolls. So I said here the trend is bearish, but of course you don't necessarily want to sell up here. Maybe you want to wait for the market to go up and maybe sell at higher levels. And there's nothing wrong by selling pretty much where we are right now with stops just above the high, because I still think it's a little bit overbought. And this channel also tells us that we're a bit overbought and the market should be going a little bit lower. But selling very here at the very beginning would not make a lot of sense on the back of the NFPs. Now, if you look at the German DAX has not necessarily done that. In fact, it did turn lower from its initial stage, which was good, and now it's pretty much back up here again. And I think again, if you want to sell it, this is the time, but I'm personally not going to take on any new positions now in the any markets, especially not the German DAX or yen pairs or GBP pairs, just because of the heightened risk of just, you see a big spike in volatility. So you short and then it goes up with 100 pip and then it goes down 5 minutes later, and you would have been, you would not have been stopped out, but you just were stopped out. So you need to bear that in mind. But again, technically here, the trend is bearish below the January 28 high from 2018. Take that out though, it goes up and down and then up. So I'm going to remain bearish from here. I think we can go down. And then from these lower levels, it could potentially be interesting to get involved again in targeting the highs. As for the GBP versus the USD, a few days ago I said, take out this high here at 129.19. Was the 130 level. I said we can go up, and we did go up. We did touch targets, and I already said before I left London that this is a good spot to book profits, and I still insist on that. Now, if you want to trade short term, then I guess you can focus on something like 130.94. Let it go down a bit and then upwards. The alternative would be just wait for a stronger decline, maybe down to 129.90, and then maybe from here potentially looking to pick things up. In regards to the election, my guess is as good as anyone's, and again, I strongly suggest not doing anything here really until this time tomorrow, because then we'll know exactly, and maybe we'll see a big move already overnight, but at least we'll see maybe a continuation of the same move this time tomorrow, and we can trade on that. But if you really want to trade just on the technicals, then again, let it go down to maybe 129.90 and just being bullish about 120.78. If you just want to do very short-term scalping, then you're going to focus on 130.94. Euro versus the USD took out that trend defining level, and it's definitely a bit choppy, and the trend now is actually slightly bullish above this low here, which is 110.37. Might go down a bit and then probably upwards, but again, this is definitely something that's going to move on the back of the election this evening. Crude oil prices, I think these are a bit shielded, so if we do go down to 56.19, that could be interesting. I think from here, that level and this level here, 55, I think people are going to be bullish and target the highs. Then you have gold prices, which are a bit difficult. They're within this little channel here. I guess if you really want to, you can potentially buy at 1460 and just being bullish, but 1449. Take this level out, then we're probably going to start to trade lower. And then stock markets, we already had that covered. Okay, so this is a short little update. Be very careful tonight with most markets, especially the pairs like the yen. So this is the dollar yen, which I forgot to cover. I still have that little buy spot if you wanted to buy it above 108.23. But again, I wouldn't really get too much involved here. I think you can buy, but this could spike down and then pretty much back up at the same level, depending on the outcome tonight. Okay, thanks guys for watching, and I'll probably start to do something for you guys tomorrow, same time. Upload this for you here. If not, I'm gonna be back, you know, by the end of next week when I'm back in London. Have a great day, guys, and be careful with your trading. Thank you.